Cool. All right. Welcome to day 2 of the 2025.2 ICE conference. It's very, very cool to have you here on day 2. So yesterday's topic was automotive visualization, and obviously always in the context of 3D environments. And today we have a slightly different topic, and I'm going to address this in a minute. Sweet, but first things first. So first, let's do some housekeeping. For those that are not yet familiar with the webinar software which you're using, which is GoToWebinar. So let's just very briefly address the interface. So for the speakers, later on and the panelists, there's the mic button, the camera button, and the share button. So I'll make you a presenter, then you can use those. And for everybody else, there's the specific questions window if you have a question, and then there's also the chat window. And I am going to just change one little tiny setting here before I forget. That's this one here. Yes, perfect. All right, cool. Sweet. So the community, we have multiple websites or web pages where our community lives, basically. So there's the LinkedIn group here. This one, I'll post the links afterwards in the chat, so you can copy paste the stuff. No rush or no worries about that. Then you may have heard that we also have a Discord channel. I'm also going to obviously post that link later on. It's not active today, so sometimes we've had this active in parallel to the conference, but because today I'm hosting everything myself, so we're not going to do this. And then also we have some other social media platforms like Instagram and all that stuff. You'll find that on the website ice.art, where you registered, so you should know that. Sweet. So conference team, just a very, very brief intro. I'm the organizer and the host. Matt, and then in the background, in the extended team, there's also Robert, Christian, and Angel, who are helping me with different things. So, and what I mentioned yesterday, for the very first time, we're using the new setup in our recording studio down here. So it's not a picture, it's a physical space. So I'm really, really happy and it feels really warm and fuzzy in here. So lots of very cool things going on in that realm also. And yeah, so thanks to Robert, Christian, and Angel in the background. Then sponsor, organized, as I just mentioned, by Urban, by my company. And yeah, I'm happy to do all of these things. Sweet, but moving on to the partners who help spread the love, spread the message about all of the topics. It's a big list, growing, obviously. So if there are more companies interested or more entities in general to join the ranks of the partners, let me know. So let's just briefly go through all of them. Very famous FMX, the FMX conference, then BenQ, consumer electronics, but especially one of their specializations is monitors, so high quality monitors. Then the International Game Developers Association, Equata Arts, which is a visual effects studio and also organizing another small visual effects conference or festival in Nairobi, Kenya, good friends of mine. Then GDBay, operating as a big entity in the gaming space, located in the Ukraine. Then Ideal Spaces, some good friends and historians and architectural theorists. Then digital production, a really cool, let's say, platform about news, everything about digital audio, video, news about software and those things, run by also good friend Bela. Then we have the World Visual Effects Day. It's, as the name says, they're operating in visual effects, and it's a really cool event that attracts many people. The next event which they're doing is going to happen on December 8th, so check them out. Then also another partner, Arcware, specializing in a hardware solution based on pixel streaming. So they are developing a pixel streaming technology that is built on Unreal Engine. So you can very easily integrate, for example, a fully photorealistic real-time rendered video stream, including the navigation in your website without the need of actually running an Unreal or so locally. So really cool technology. Then also the View conference, very famous conference also in the visual effects industry, in the film industry. It's gonna happen actually also just in a few days, between October 12th to 17th in beautiful Turin, Italy. So, and I'm also gonna be there. Then the world famous Visual Effects Society, with over 5,000 members operating in the film industry, and it's obviously also an honor to have them as a partner. Then Mike is, I've seen the name, he's also in the audience today. So Mike from the MH Tutorials YouTube channel, super big 3D YouTuber since over 10 years. So big shout out to Mike. It's great to have you as a partner and a friend. And then, yeah, last but not least, also another famous company, Chaos, the developers of V-Ray and other rendering technologies. So, yeah, thanks to all of the partners. Some of them I've known for many years, and I hope it will stay like that they remain partners and we can continue this fruitful collaboration. So thanks a lot. Sweet. All right. Let's briefly talk about this. Let's say this idea we had regarding the key visual. So when producing the marketing visuals for the whole conference, at the beginning, the very first steps were really crude with very simple graphics. And then we thought about, yeah, well, we could use generative AI to create some visuals. We dabbled a little bit in that. But then we thought, hey, the spirit of the whole conference is really to push creativity and art and support artists per se. So can we not make something happen where the artists of the community, of the different industries can actually start providing some of the visuals to be used in the branding of the whole conference. And so in spring, we did this the very first time, and I asked Marco Iozzi, who's a concept designer and concept artist, has been working in the field for over 25 years. And so he provided this image here, which was the base for the branding of the ICE 2025.1. Then I thought, let's do something similar for the next conference, but in the form of a competition. Sadly, my time ran out a little bit to organize the jury and everything in time. But so I thought, hey, I'll take a little bit of time on my own to create something. And it's not super impressive, but I was able to do a little bit of drawing myself. And obviously it's an environment, and it's been very interesting to think about being in this cave, looking at the colors of the light from the, let's say, people or community living outside, and how the light interacts with the different stone surfaces. So it's really an interesting way for me to study light and surfaces. So yeah, that was basically a simple intermediate step, but I really want to go back to, for the next time, to organize like a proper competition to bring something from the community in. All right. So today's agenda. Today we have two basically, let's say, entities present. The first is a company, Plattige Image, world famous for their fantastic work on many, many game cinematics, and they eventually also started endeavoring or venturing into different other fields. So we'll probably hear something about that, right? And then there's also Michael Shelton, who's a freelance. I guess freelance is the proper work, or self-employed visual effects supervisor, and doing all sorts of different things since as the title says, since about 30 years. But we'll hear some very interesting aspects also from him. And yeah, I would say let's get started. Now, since Sarah, and I met Sarah, I got introduced to Sarah, who's one of the two speakers today. I got to know her at the FMX conference in Stuttgart, Germany, earlier this year in May. And sadly, because she cannot physically attend today because she's traveling, Plattige decided to pre-record this presentation, so that's going to be a 30-minute video. But after that, we have Zoltan with us, so we can do the live Q&A together with him. Yeah, so I would say I am going to play this first presentation by Plattige by Plattige Image. Thank you so much.